expect to Paula show me the money, but I'm going to try. Very briefly, I have the honor of introducing our Lieutenant Governor this morning. But before that, very quickly, I just want to say I'm very encouraged, as all of you are, to see so many young people here today. Let's give our young people. The thing about it, you know, we all know that Dr. King was killed in April of 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Lorraine Hotel. But one of the things that I wonder whether or not people think of is Dr. King was there championing the cause of sanitation workers. And plainly spoken, garbage workers. And it was a tough job. And it's not like it is now in 2012. Being a garbage worker in the 60s was a lot different than it is now. And Dr. King thought that they should be rewarded with equal pay. And that's why he was in Memphis City, Tennessee, and that's why they had the occasion to do what they did. And the thing about it is there were a group of people that thought that if I can kill, or we can kill Dr. King, we're going to kill that dream that he talks about so frequently. The truth is, that dream will never die. Like this, and people like you coming out to honor his memory, that dream will never die. We just have to keep it alive. So thank you for being here today. It's a great day, and I really appreciate your presence here today. Now for the real reason I'm here is to introduce the Lieutenant Governor, Todd Lamb. Governor Lamb is one of the most hardest working men I've ever met in my life. I've known him for just a little over a year now. He's been to all 77 counties in the state of Oklahoma. And I'm sure he's going to repeat that many times over during his next 2 or 3 years as the Lieutenant Governor. He's been a leader his whole life. He was a Secret Service agent. As a young man, he protected 2 presidents. Even as a Secret Service agent, his leadership was evident. He rose to be the president of his academy class. He left there to protect President Bush and protect President Bill Clinton. He left there and served in the Oklahoma State Senate for 2 terms. Rose to leadership positions as the state senator for Oklahoma. In 2009, he ran for lieutenant governor. He's now our lieutenant governor for the great state of Oklahoma. Of all the titles that Governor Lamb has, the thing that's most precious to him is title of father and husband. That's the thing that matters the most. So please join me in welcoming Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Oklahoma, Todd Lamb.
Thank you, Commissioner, for that kind introduction, and thank you for this invitation to be with you on this very special day today. And I want to open my brief remarks, brief, I promise, with a comment that I offer to you very respectfully and from my heart. It is very good to be with my brothers and sisters this morning. Everybody in this room would say that they have learned or are learning something from Dr. King and his conviction and his passion and his purpose. I have as well. And I've taken something from Dr. King, and I'm not near the orator, nobody is, that Dr. King was during the movement that he fathered and led. But I too have a dream in Oklahoma. And I want the young people to hear this. My dream in Oklahoma as Lieutenant Governor is that Oklahoma competes with Texas in something besides football. Yeah. I want these young people and our friends and our families and our neighbors, regardless of their skin color, because of their ability and opportunity that awaits them, as Dr. King said, the content of their character, to have opportunity in Oklahoma. Yeah. Job opportunity. In Texas, they do quite well in Texas. Last year, a lot of people moved to Texas. Last year, a lot of jobs were created in Texas. And the only thing that separates us is a red river you can walk across without getting your feet muddy. The people are the same. The humidity's the same. The dirt's just as red. It's time we beat Texas. For our children and our grandchildren. Those are my desires and my dreams as Lieutenant Governor. Now, we celebrate today a man, a pastor, a preacher, a pilgrim, a parent, and a personification of the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, when he said we hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. Today, that's what we celebrate. And we celebrate, it's already been mentioned today and alluded to, not just because Dr. King made one of the most famous speeches of all time. And not because he was just a great orator, a great pastor, a great preacher, a great pilgrim in the movement. We celebrate him and what he stood for and what we all believe in. Because he had a dream that brought forth results. Anybody can have a dream. Anybody can talk about a dream. Anybody can talk about goals and ideals and aspirations and hopes. But Dr. King was a leader because of what he said and what he did and how he lived and the people he brought together and the conviction he forced and made people that didn't want to see open their eyes and see. We celebrate all of that today. Toward the end of his speech, he said that his hopes, to paraphrase, his hopes were that the children and the future would sing with a new conviction. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Let freedom ring.
Let it ring.
Let freedom ring.
Amen.
It's really my honor today, and I'm humbled to be invited and asked to ring the bell. And you may offer this to many different people in the future, but every time my schedule permits and we get advance notice, I want to come and I want to ring the bell. I want to ring the bell because of the statement it says. And I'm glad I'm going to have help. Who's going to help me? That's about 1/3. I need more help than that. Okay, all right, we got some more help. But let freedom ring by the symbolism of ringing that bell today. To let those in earshot know, and those who read about it tomorrow and see it tomorrow, and as they ring the bell all throughout this great country, ring the bell to continue the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King. I close with this. Thank you for your invitation. I'm sorry if I walked in a few minutes late. My schedule to be here at 10:50. My schedule also said speak for 2 minutes, so I made 2 mistakes. But it's a pleasure to be with you. This is an important day, and I'm here because it's an important day. And I'm honored and privileged to participate and celebrate with my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Commissioner Willa Johnson is here. I didn't get to call her name before, but Commissioner Willa Johnson. She's one of the biggest reasons why we're able to effect this parade. We have to be able to have barriers. She controls all the barriers. So she's very important to us in this community.
That's right. Commissioner Willa Johnson, Representative Mike